everybody, welcome back to Your Daily Podcast. Before we start this episode, please check us out on Anchor, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. Today is our season finale. We have done 15 episodes. 15. Jesus.
They don't count.
Okay, 3 don't count because those were the prequels. But that's how life
Season
works.
0.
And today, we are having a special guest. Someone that I'm happy to have on the podcast. Blade026. Please say hi.
Or Blade for short.
Or Blade, yes.
The artist formerly known as blade026, now known as Blade.
So, Blade, we know that you are a Twitch streamer.
Indeed. I am. This is correct.
So, what do you mainly stream?
Well, initially, okay, first off, I have to say, dude, like this whole professional, like, voice you got going on, yo, this man put on his podcast voice, though. Whoa. I'm impressed. But initially, I used to stream Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. However, I always planned to branch off into being a variety streamer, but limitations on my scuffed PC prevented that. And then my PC died. You know, press F to pay respects to old PC. And because of that, I got a new one. And since then, I've been a variety streamer ever since. So a bunch of games, all the games, every game, PC Master Race, all that.
It's actually how I met Blade. I think it was Dr. Drew that hosted you. You were playing Duel Links, and I came in, and I think I dropped like a sub, or it was a donation.
I think it was either a donation or like biddies, dude. Just making bits
Oh,
rain
yeah.
down.
I just kept fucking making
all the biddies, dude,
bits.
just raining down.
That's what I did with a bunch of streamers. I used to attack them with bits.
Yeah, I remember. That's how he gets you, dude. That's how he gets you. You know, he lures you in with these shiny biddies, and then like you're just stuck with him now.
I'm like a virus.
Chris must be lucky to do a best to me to annoy the shit out of me in DMs.
You gotta up, bro. You gotta up your self-worth, man. You know, you gotta up that shit. You know,
he's gonna fucking DM me every day. If you wanna send a DM,
like, hey,
you gotta give me
podcast.
bits.
I need biddies now, dog. I'm sorry. This is how it works.
Oh no, I gotta repay him in bits.
Gee.
Every time I want to talk
I
to
must
Chris
say,
now.
I am super appreciative and thankful and amazed at the same time that you all decided to have me for the season finale, dude. I didn't realize it was a big deal. Like, I'm not, just, you know, disclaimer, side note, to the people that are going to hear this, I am not. I'm a big fish in a tiny ass pond. But I appreciate the sentiment. Feels good.
Dude, you were like one of the
Claps.
many guests I had written down for the podcast at first. Whenever I started it on Twitch, I'm like, this isn't going to get nowhere. And I'm like scared that I wouldn't be able to get you on. But once I started getting more confident and I got better co-hosts than my last two in the prequels, I had confidence we would be able to get you on. And once you said yes, I'm like, hell yeah.
I mean, yeah, we homies, dude. I'm stuck. Like I said already, I'm stuck with you. Biddies, like, fuck, you know, now what? I'm stuck. This is life. Now what?
So Blade, you already answered the question. You already answered one of my questions. I was gonna say, what made you want to switch to variety streaming?
Oh, I did that. I did.
It's all good.
Please see previous answer.
What made you start streaming?
Honestly, I've been a fan of streaming for like many, many years before I actually started. Like I used to watch back in the day, and people, you know, most of my close friends and stuff, they always said like I had an entertaining personality, and like I could kind of bring out, you know, the best in people perhaps. And I actually tried like many years ago, but my internet would not agree with me. It would not allow me to. So it was always in the back of my brain while working the old 9 to 5, you know, on that, you know, the man grind, you know. And as I got older, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna just do me. At this point in my life, I feel like if I'm not building towards like my own personal brand or my own growth, it's not worth it. And so I said, fuck the job. We're out, you know, flipping papers and flipping desk and all that shit. And here we are. I started because I got a new internet service provider, and yeah, I enjoy it, dude. It's a passion. Not the finale though. I have to also admit that, like, to me, this is like the starting point. I do want to branch out into other things, but I see this as the starting platform to get there to the other places. Uh, I love it. I love it. It's about like most like from the outside looking in, most streamers would probably say it's about, like the come up is all great, right? Like blowing up is amazing. Obviously, I want that. Don't get me wrong. But I think like at the core, at the end of this of the day, like Twitch is all about, meeting people and creating new like connections and relationships. Like for example, how I met you, like now we're homies and stuff, like just random people across the fucking internet that have, similar tastes and similar passions and goals and aspirations, and make friends, world peace.
So
Done.
I wanted to ask you another thing.
Uh-huh.
You were hosted
Me.
by the man himself, one of
Who's
the
that?
biggest Duel Links YouTubers, Guns
my God.
Blazing.
Oh my God, I was. Yes, dude. I will
Dude.
never forget that, dude.
I didn't know about that because I didn't know you at that time. But holy shit, dude, you are one lucky streamer.
I was sweating, dude. Whole bro. Shout outs to Guns Blazing. Okay, first off, this was way back before I had any of this swag. Like before I had any of this swag. I'm pretty self-confident, right? But at that point in time, I was still a streaming pleb, right? I didn't know much about it. I was still getting my feet wet, still trying to learn the ins and outs. And lo and behold, dude, fucking Guns Blazing, the man, the myth, the legend himself.
Oh wait.
Like,
Before we go on, I should mention who Guns Blazing is to the co-host and the people. He was
I know. David doesn't though.
he was a very popular dueling streamer.
lol, normie.
I think he does. Does he still do Yu-Gi-Oh content now? I don't think he does.
He
on and
rarely
off, but
uploads.
He uploads and he's working on his game right now. He's actually building a game, which I think is pretty cool. I want to build a game. Right now, like Guns Blazing is like my spirit animal. It's like life goals, kind of.
He was.
I wanted to build a game.
He was someone who was super big around the Duel Links community, and I would always watch his videos. And the fact that you got a host for him is insane.
Bro, it was crazy, dude. That I like honest. Okay, so I had my Twitch anniversary.
Oh yes, that's exactly where I saw it from.
Yeah, dude. I will never forget that. Like honestly, that is like a defining moment in my career, dude. Like I was and still am pretty much like still a nobody, right? And Guns Blazing is a pretty big deal in the Duel Links community, right? He's a founding father, dude. And for him to just randomly just host your boy with like up to this day, it's still the most amount of viewers I've ever had concurrently. It was 388.
Jesus
it was
Christ.
Obese, dude. Popped a Molly. I was sweating, dog. Like I tried to keep it as cool as possible, dude. But that was wild. Like that was a surreal experience for me, and I'll never forget it, dude. And I always respect and I always fucks with Gun Blazings for that, dude. Because like clearly he's a man for the people, dude, and like he cares about like small streamers and stuff, and I appreciate him to the death, ride or die. Anyone that has any problems with Guns Blazing, get at me. Slap the shit out of you. I will you up, bro. I will do that.
Fuck, people are gonna think we actually edited it now. Because we don't edit this podcast.
That's cool as fuck.
Hey.
That was cool though. Holy shit. So Chris, David, do y'all have any questions for Mr. Blade?
Okay.
Chris went to the bathroom. But for someone who doesn't play Duel Links, is that like your main content?
It was, yes, in the beginning, until my PC died and I switched. Play it, but now it's like once a week. I have now where I have different, and so TCG Tuesday. So Duel Links is on Tuesdays.
Okay, that's lit.
Yeah.
I know what Yu-Gi-Oh is. I just never played Duel Links or any of the gotchas that they play.
Like I didn't even know like Duel Links existed until Twitch, actually, because the reason I got into it, Twitch Presents had a Yu-Gi-Oh marathon, right? And like it was going through all the old school fucking, OG Duel Links. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh with, a Tem and all them old school battles, and also my nostalgia feels and shit. And then someone in chat was like, yo, play Duel Links. That's a new game that they came out with, and it was on Steam. I was like, bet. And then it's I've been playing it ever since. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, Chris tried getting me to play it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's a toned down version of the TCG, which kind of is polarizing. Like it's polarizing for the TCG community. Like, oh lol, Duel Links streamers or Duel Links players. Yeah, like. But I enjoy it.
That is
And plus,
true. A lot of people really do not like Duel Links for some reason.
yeah, I guess they don't like the simplified version. I don't know. Like for me, I enjoy it.
Basically,
Plus,
David-
I quit the TCG a long time ago.
Basically,
so.
David, the card game you have to do math, in the video game you don't. That's what makes the
Right?
games, like 10 times.
And it
fucking
has
better.
animations and shit,
Oh,
dude.
yeah,
It's
fuck
like
yeah.
3D, dog. It's cool.
And like
Anime, Pog.
And like what's it called? And the battles aren't super long, like, or they can be.
Oh yeah, games are
depends.
super quick.
Yeah, and in like the TCG, it takes like maybe 2 hours to finish a game. That's just casual. Who knows what they do in competitive shit?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's why I also quit the TCG. Like once they
Oh,
brought
I
out.
quit because.
Oh.
All right, so back in the day, now, you're gonna be probably gonna be like, wow, how old is this fucking guy? But back in my day, right, I was there for the actual introduction.
Tupac ain't dead.
Damn, Tupac is not dead. Wow.
Jesus Christ!
This
Bro.
podcast has transcended now. I don't know what to think.
Just came in out of nowhere.
Bro, how do you set the permissions, Marcus? You
I
fucked up.
forgot. I'm sorry.
SMH,
I'm back.
shaking my head. My head.
What happened?
Next is joined in and said Tupac.
Moving every.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Next,
What happened?
Nexus came in and said Tupac isn't dead.
Oh my fucking god.
Scuffed cast, easy, no problem. We'll cut it
See,
out.
I told
Cut
you,
it
Blade, we're super professional.
Cut it out. Cut it out. It never happened. Doesn't exist.
We don't cut out things here.
What was I
keep it
saying? I
alive.
forgot now.
Back in your day,
Now I'm all in my
TFC.
big things because of Tupac.
Fuck playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
I wrote this song a long time ago. Feel me?
So you're talking about the
All right. So yeah, back in the
day.
day when I was playing, I was back. So I was pretty much there for the start of Yu-Gi-Oh. So like the, the starter decks with like Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. So like those were like the Pog cards and all that shit, right? And so I played up to like the introduction of, what was the name of that card, dude? Black Luster Soldier and Chaos End
Damn.
Dragon? Emperor Dragon?
That's fire.
Yeah, which was basically the whole crazy light and dark deck shit. But pretty much, they banned like the majority of my deck, and I was like, "Alright, we out because I'm broke as fuck. I can't afford to buy new cards. We're done." This
They
is
were
over. It's a
expensive
done
back
deal.
then. They still are expensive.
They were probably
They
10 times
Still
more
are.
now.
I honestly, I personally don't get how people are okay with that. Just like, yeah, let's just spend all our money on a deck or cards, and then
wait till like next 5 months or like next week.
we'll
at
just
the same
ban it
time.
And then
Yeah,
your whole
repeat that
deck is on
cycle over
the
again.
next ban list.
I guess I just have broke boy problems. Feels bad.
That was an issue with me with Duel Links because I would always try like decks I would use in real life, and half the shit I wanted to use wasn't even available.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask that if they have banned cards on there.
Yeah, they do. They have a
They
big
have
list. now.
limited cards. No cards have been banned yet, but they have limited lists.
Oh,
So
really? They
the
have
limit list, think of it as like a bag, and like the cards are in that bag, right? And so like you pull out a card that is on the ban list. You can't play more than the amount that's on the limit list. For example, there's 2.
Yeah.
So like if it's on a 2 limit list, then you can only play 2 of those particular cards. So example like 1-1 or like 2-0, like that. You can't play like
If they're on
Does that
that,
make
if
sense?
they're on that list for the number, if it's just like
Yeah.
2, and if you use 2 cards from that list, that's all you can use.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
They were very specific.
Back then, it was very fucking toxic to people have in a deck 3 mirror walls, etc.
Dude, literally
Yeah.
playing back then was a hellfire.
Especially with Cyber Angels running.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Duel Links
shit,
for a
yeah, I
good minute.
remember that. Cyber Angels. It was basically Cyber Angels versus the world. It's either you were Cyber Angels or you were anti Cyber Angels. So there was no in between.
You know, there was one thing. I think it was either you or Drew that made me want to start dueling streaming. I think it was you. No, I know who wanted me to start dueling streaming, and it's because this guy doesn't stream anymore. I don't know what happened to him. I think he's still in college. I gave over $30 to this guy, and I told him to win 5 games in a row, and I would give him $100. He didn't win, but he said, if you're gonna keep doing this, you should stream content of you just doing this or playing Duel Links, and he started that. So then I started watching you, Lazy Gamer, and Dr. Drew.
Oh, Lazy Gamer, another homie, dude.
Dude, Lazy Gamer.
Dr. Drew.
Lazy Gamer
Big
was
homies.
someone that I'm like, God damn, the way how much he streams is insane.
Bro, I'm telling you, his name is fucking Lies and Slander. I call him Izzy the Iguana, because man is not lazy, dude.
He does not sleep.
Bro,
There's moments where
bro,
I see
he
him
had
doing-
more, he had more hours in like the first week of streaming than I had for like a month, dude. It was ridiculous.
Chris, this Lazy Gamer does like 24
24-hour
hour
streams on a regular basis.
Yes,
dude.
like it's nothing.
like once a month minimum.
Fuck
Like minimum.
I was hardly able to even do one.
Bro, we could've did
I
the
have
second.
not done one. I don't plan to do one. Like fuck. I like.
It's
sleep.
fun to do.
It helps growth, but Jesus,
The engagement's crazy too.
Someone-
but it's just
someone-
about the grind.
It's how we grew his fan base. I think that's how we did it, because man really just does it casually, like it's nothing. I leave for a few hours. I go to bed. He's still streaming when I wake up in the morning, and he's not.
Well, if you
done.
think about it, if he's doing 24 hours and it's on the regular, that means he's literally connecting with every fan base around the world from Twitch
He is.
Big
in every
money.
area. So
I think
you
you gotta
do that for
put
like a
in,
month
like,
straight. Crazy follows.
He's a very smart guy.
He is.
Same goes for Drew.
Shout out to
Drew
him.
Drew was a very interactive guy with what he did with his soundboard. Because if I be honest, Drew isn't the like pro Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links player, but he has
Shots
that.
fired. Drew, get at him, dog. Don't take that, Drew.
I'm
I-
just
What,
saying,
Drew,
it's because
Is he not entertaining or
Bruh.
something?
He is entertaining. The problem is it's
He
a habit
sucks.
that he said no.
Oh, my
It's not that. It's that he takes too long in his games and he runs out of
I
time.
need to fucking check
That's
out these
his
other
meme.
fucking podcasts
That's
y'all
his
have.
meme.
Y'all be talking smack to Bleed. Bleed fucking sucks. Get him out of here. I don't want him in my podcast anymore. Jesus.
That's his
What
meme.
y'all
where
say
he
behind
takes
my-
too long.
Hey, back.
What Drew do?
Drew didn't do anything. I'm just saying.
That's
He
the meme.
takes a while to finish his games, and that was a meme he made. And it's funny because you forget that he's even playing a game sometimes. Same goes for you, Blade. You do the same, not like Duel Links. Like you do the same thing. Sometimes forget that we're playing a game, and you're just like the way you.
Bro, the kind of conversations and tangents we hit on stream, like it's kind of ridiculous. Like, how do we reach here? How did we end up here? Honestly,
Fucking
It's
you're the, the people that join your server whenever you do the FPS streams. Oh my
Yeah.
god, the stuff they say concern me. They say some pretty wild stuff, and I'm like, yo. I don't know if
Yeah.
Blade's sweating bullets right now. I know I would.
He's sweating all
Just
the
a
bullets.
Key and Peele
We
gift.
will not mention this on the podcast. Delete this from the podcast. Okay, thanks. No problem. Oh.
I see how it is.
Kidding.
We don't delete anything. We only do Control Z just to put it back.
Huh?
That's
That's undo. To put it back. Okay, my fucking jokes suck. I'm gonna.
Continuing.
I can't make a joke to save my life. I'm gonna be.
It's okay. It's the thought that counts. I believe.
I'm gonna
in
be
you. I
strapped
believe.
into a chair. Someone's gonna have a shotgun just point at my head, and someone's gonna say a joke and make me laugh. I'm gonna fucking sit there.
TOS?
Hmm?
Question mark? TOS?
Not if it's YouTube.
Question mark.
Not if it's YouTube.
Public
That's
service
still-
announcement brought to you in part by Blade. I do not condone of any illicit activities or anything that is being discussed in this podcast. I was brought here against my will. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.
I kidnapped Blade from Discord.
Sub to
In
Blade.
game. You know, we should say, like we should make it in
Bro,
green.
Bro, the funniest thing about it too, right? Like So we were discussing about coming on the podcast and all that, right? And we're still like, yeah, okay, we'll see how it works, right? You know, like, okay, we'll figure it out. We'll see how it works. I go to Drew's stream and homeboy is like, yo, Blade is gonna be on my podcast, dog. He's just he's just like, bro, Blade, you have no choice now. You know, you just put it out there. And now, like, if I reject, I look like,
I didn't mean
I look like a bully,
because
right?
the-
Like, just
the
wow,
way-
Blade is such a bad guy.
Now, if you would have canceled, I wouldn't have been mad. I think Drew would have said something though. I think Drew would have just roasted you.
Probably.
I'm like, oh man, what if Blade cancels? I won't be mad, but oh my god, if he does, I'm like, oh no, I don't know how to feel about that. I'm scared. I'm like,
You guys think he's the idiot? He's the one with the big brain, dude. All super sneaky in the
oh
background.
no, I am the idiot.
in the shadows.
We did our first
making
retake, and
puppets
that's
dance
because
and shit. Like, yes, Blade, you will appear on this podcast.
we have some issues before in the podcast, and we had one retake, and it's all because I literally had no excuse for this. I was just confused. That's why I'm labeled idiot, because I wasn't prepared. See, I
Just
brought
be prepared, forehead.
I know I have to be. Bro, that should be my bio. Be prepared, forehead.
Done. You're welcome. I'll take commission, no problem.
Oh, of course. David, Chris, y'all should just tell me that every time we have an interview. Just fucking be prepared, forehead.
All right.
Hell yeah.
I'll write it on my forehead.
Hell yeah.
Do you guys know each other IRL?
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't know Marcus IRL. I only know Charmer IRL.
Oh, okay.
We're planning on meeting up on if it's confirmed. When
That's a
Fortnite-
maybe.
That's a maybe. It's a maybe.
Y'all live in the same area, or
We're
No, no,
scared of
no.
Marcus.
No,
They're
we're
scared
scattered.
of me. They're scared of me for some reason. I don't know why.
it's probably the Newt. Probably.
He's gonna take my heart.
Oh yeah, it is because I have a problem. Every time I join someone's stream,
Problem.
I don't know
probably
how.
say an addiction or obsession more than a problem.
I'm obsessed with the Newt meme. It's so dead, but every time I go into someone's stream, if I don't know who they are or if I'm like nervous around them, and I'm nervous with you, Blade. Someone with 1,000 followers, Jesus shit.
Who's that?
You.
I passed that.
Yeah, like 1,037, 36 followers.
Yeah.
And every time I see it, I'm like, yo, Blade is so big. That freaks me out.
So big, yeah, bro. So huge.
Pause.
Wow.
Pause. Wait. No, not out of context. No. Not again. I already got
I
slandered.
can't wait for us to blow up just to have a fucking out of context Twitter.
Oh, so big.
Oh my god.
They're just gonna take this one from the one podcast and it's gonna be like, why? But why?
It's our season finale. Oh my god. For season 2, we are hoping that Drew would be lovely to join in. Like, who's Drew?
I'll be sure to tell him y'all talk smack. I'll be sure to tell him that.
Whoa, we did not talk smack. We just
Okay,
said,
buddy. Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
okay, they didn't. We should specify it was me.
Okay, true. We'll get it down to.
So the host talked shit.
I don't know you to talk shit about him.
There's nothing really to talk shit about him. I just said that he runs.
You
out
said
of
he's
time.
Damn,
stuck
now
and
he's
he
saying
plays
he's
low.
irrelevant, dude. You like
What?
Drew? Are you gonna
What?
take that,
No.
dog?
No,
This man said you are a speck, bro. You're
No,
like
no, no.
irrelevant. Like
No.
we don't even need to talk shit
no.
about you, bro. Holy shit, dude! I was not
Dude,
thinking
you
that. I
should-
might
you
like
should
just leave the
totally-
stream. I'm offended. I might leave
You
this
should
podcast. I'm offended right now.
totally just get on this guy's head. We don't even know the host.
I don't know. I think I'm done. I
They
think this
bully me
podcast
every
is over.
episode.
I think we're done here.
Welcome back to Your Daily Bully podcast.
Marcus, you suck.
No, see, wait, no, y'all said worse. Okay.
Shut up.
Oh,
No, you got him.
nah. See, I tried that.
Got him.
I tried that. Chris, it didn't work.
Got him.
That didn't fucking work. Chris got me for saying that one.
Damn.
What happened?
What'd I do?
I forgot what you said to me, but oh my god, it made me not want to ever say no you to you again.
You have to follow up with the whole meme. You gotta go. You can't.
Oh,
like, you
I
can't
went
go-
full on meme, and this motherfucker went on full on body.
What
I got
happened?
Go
bodied
on,
so
dude.
hard for
I
saying no.
did nothing.
Yeah, you did. You bodied me for saying no. You.
I'm gonna be real. I would have remembered this. Therefore, it never happened. You don't have any information
I
about
got
this. You
bodied
don't
for
have
saying
Wow,
no.
you don't got
slander, false
screenshots.
accusations.
I don't want to get
You don't
this.
got
What
screenshots.
is
You don't
this
got anything.
podcast now? What is happening? This is evolving into anarchy now. I don't know what to believe.
Welcome to the Your Daily Podcast.
GG.
That's not actually daily. It's weekly.
Oh yeah. Well, it is daily. It's just that this
It's
is our
not
season
daily.
finale. Yeah, daily means every other day, and our schedule is every other day.
Daily means every day.
What? I googled that shit. It means every day or every other
Bro,
day.
all right.
Google
BRB,
does not
daily in Google daily. How does daily mean every other day, dude? What the?
Is it actually?
It said that on there.
Wait, let me check. I'm looking for a meaning right now. Damn, we're gonna make this man look like a fool on his
Oh,
own.
not
cast.
again.
He's already built like one.
Oh.
Smells like
Daily
one too.
adjective. Done, produced, or occurring every day or every weekday.
Oh.
Fuck. Well,
So you should probably call
You
it
sure
your
you didn't
daily,
search that shit up on Yahoo?
your every other
Probably
day dose. Hey, your every other day dose. Once again, you're welcome. I'll patent that. I'll take a commission for the new name, the new rebranding.
the Every Other Day Podcast.
The every other day podcast. You're welcome.
Welcome back to the Tri-Weekly Podcast, where we come back here Tri-Weekly,
Welcome to the
Tri-Monthly.
Fort Weekly podcast. Welcome to the bi-monthlies podcast.
Welcome to the bi-yearly. We only upload once a year.
Ooh, if we go that far, Jesus. Oh yeah, boys! Congratulations, we got our first ad comment, bot comment, basically. Where you know
Wow,
how
good job.
bots, some bots comment down like, "Oh, good video. Please go to this website."
They have that on YouTube?
Yeah, they still have that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They've been there
our first
forever.
Wow, cool.
I know.
Congrats.
We got our first
Hashtag
virus.
made it.
Let's go.
Dude, I hope our fans go to that website. Please, actually, don't do that. I don't want.
I'll do it right now.
I don't want the incels losing their credit.
Wrap my computer.
Bro. Whoa.
We had. No, here's the reason why I said we had.
Public service announcement once again brought to you in part by Blade. I need to remind y'all again, I do not support the views shared by this podcast. Thank you once again.
Well, okay, so we
Oh,
had an episode with a girl named Tori on, and that got us more views than a normal episode, and it makes sense because our viewer base is 100% male. We have incels watching us, and that scares me.
That's pretty
Plead the
sexist.
That's
And
not sexist. That's just
I
shaming
have
incels.
no comment.
That's pretty.
I plead the fifth,
That's pretty.
the sixth, the seventh, and the eighth. And I have
Tori's
no
my
comment.
girlfriend.
That's
Sexist against Tori? No, I'm being sexist against
that's
incels.
that's not it, Chief.
What's wrong with making fun of
I-
incels?
That's not it, Chief.
What?
I don't even know what that means, so I'm gonna just sit here.
Well, it's because. Okay, so
Don't
incels
explain
are
it.
like-
Don't. Just
Don't?
let's just could we? Yeah. But, hey. So, a podcast. Yeah.
What's wrong with explaining
About
incels?
other things
Marcus.
and topics. Yeah.
Fine. So, Blade,
Hi.
what do you think is the future of your Twitch?
Wow, dude, this man bringing out the fuck. Could we go back to the incels now? Like, what the fuck? I was not prepared for this, dude. What the hell? This man like just going into my soul and shit. Like, what?
What?
Okay, so obviously the most immediate goal would be to hit partner. That'll be the most immediate goal. I am very far from it. I appreciate the sentiment, but I'm super far. It's really hard.
It's a hard thing to do.
It is a hard thing to do.
What if Mixer buys you out?
Sorry?
What if Mixer buys you out?
I mean,
Chase that
shit.
bag.
Hashtag sellout. Bet. I mean, I'm not big enough, or like I'm really tiny. They won't. If they did, best believe we was writing that check and we were dipping easy.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Yeah.
I actually like that meme.
I actually have considered going to Mixer, but I don't think since I've been on for like a year plus now, and like I don't think my viewer base would
I say
necessarily
give it a week try.
transition with
It's what I
me.
told Chris here. I told him.
I didn't even give it like 1 minute. I don't like the layout of Mixer, and I don't really like how Mixer plays everything else. So I'm okay on that.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Like Mixer currently is like behind in terms of their platform. Like definitely, they have a lot of work cut out for them. However, I think the big moves that they're making, they're trying to, you know,
They have unlimited money.
they do.
They got a big fun.
I mean, it's not like Twitch doesn't though, because Twitch is Amazon. So Jeff Bezos, he got them pesos. You know,
fucking with Jeff Bezos is like wanting a death wish.
I think they're trying to cement their future though, Mixer. Because like people are watching the the moves that they're making. They're saying like, oh, it's not really a bump for Mixer, but I feel like they're missing the bigger scheme that I think that Mixer's trying to do, right?
The fact that
because their first acquisition was Ninja, right?
Yeah,
There was Ninja. Then they got Shroud.
Then they got that I forgot who he was, but I know it was another big streamer.
King Goliathan or something.
Yeah.
King Gathalion.
Yeah, that dude. Right.
I don't even know who that was, but I know he's big.
So what I like.
And now they got Ewok.
Now they got Ewok. So what I think, honestly, what they're trying to do is not necessarily gain immediate attention or views. Like that is a indirect result of the acquisition. I think they're trying to get the viewer base that comes with Ninja and Shroud and so forth. Because if you pay attention to it, like especially with respect to Ninja, his fucking toddlers, right? They're kids, they're young. So
hey, I'll
young impressionable minds that they can, influence, so that in the future, when they too grow up and they want to stream, they might choose Mixer, because hey, their favorite streamer, Big Daddy Ninja, he was on Mixer, so yeah, they'll recommend it to to Mixer. They themselves will stream on Mixer. Like I think they're trying to cement the future as a premier platform.
So
I definitely considered it, but since I've been on Twitch for like a year plus, and I have like my regulars at this point, I'm not sure if it's really worth it for me, because like I said, I don't see them transition moving over to watch me on Mixer. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, it's not
so
there
essentially
yet.
I'll be starting over, which I'm not really fond of. I don't really want to. But hey, if Mixer ever hears this podcast, wants to write a check, I'm down to negotiate. Get at me.
Dude, fucking Blade. Oh my god. I it's because fuck, I'm still nervous around you. I don't know why. It's
why are you nervous, dude? Like
it's because of like 1,000 followers in the 23. I never. Those numbers are huge to me.
They are really small.
In Twitch world, yeah, they're small, but to me, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, this guy is so much bigger than me. Holy fuck, he's a fan. He's a Discord server. Time. I have a podcast with good co-hosts and
bro, you
shitty hosts.
Publish on YouTube. I don't even have a YouTube. I need to start that actually. I don't even have a YouTube brand.
Apparently, YouTube is investing in their live streaming now. Investing in.
I saw that too. Yeah, they got Courage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I recommend doing YouTube once they implement that. It's next year, they're saying.
Okay.
Not like permanently.
No, honestly, like the hardest thing about getting partner on Twitch is discoverability, right? Like it's really hard as a new or small streamer.
You're doing the easy path though. You're going variety, which is something that many streamers don't do. They stay on one game. Just stick with it.
I mean, I think it's actually the hard route in my honest opinion. Yeah, because so like my thought process behind it is that with variety, I'm not like if I'm not sticking with any particular game for any like specific amount of time, then I'm not really building a relationship with viewers. Like they come and go, right? Because not everyone is a fan of the same game, So it's hard to build a following or to build like, meaningful connections if I keep switching up like that. So I honestly think it's kind of like hard. But at the same time, I personally don't see myself streaming like one game exclusively for my entire streaming career. Like, big up to the people that fucking do that. I ain't trying to die. I'm good. I will definitely burn out, and I'm not about it. So, I figured
At the moment,
new PC, new setup, new stream. Who dis?
yeah, like whenever I saw you change that, I'm like, wow, he really is taking that development like a growth.
Oh
Because
yeah, we going all in.
I like the.
If I do something, dude, you go big or go home, dude. Do it right. So I definitely give my full 100. Definitely go all in.
I was pretty medium size. No, not medium size. I think a small size known in the Duel Links community as that guy who would raid Twitch streamers with money.
And biddies.
And yeah,
Specifically
I was
biddies.
literally
And
known
biddies.
for that in the Duel Links community.
How long ago?
How long? Me or Blade?
Yeah, were you doing that?
I was doing that since the start of 2019.
I was gonna say because I
That-
was like, damn,
that
like you
is
missed
because-
all your shit.
That is because I wanted to see some streamers thrive. I first started off with a friend of mine named Windy. He was and Collage. Those two were streaming, and I gave them a lot of money for them to upgrade their stuff. One of them is a vlogger now, and he started his own brand.
Oh, cool.
I basically call them investments, but at the same time, no, I'm just giving money to people I think are cool.
And I appreciate. Thank you.
I still want a refund on my sub, Chris.
Buddy, I don't know what you want from me. I can't help you here.
I'm never gonna get that $5 back.
Man, just yoinked it, dude. Damn.
Nah, Twitch yoinked it. He moved to YouTube, and what's it called? You can't get subs.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. How is streaming for you right now, Chris, on YouTube?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Last time I streamed was probably like 2 days ago.
That
What do you
one
think of
time,
it? Like, what do you think of the experience? Have you ever streamed on Twitch? Like, what's the difference?
Yeah, I have.
You reached
I
affiliate.
can't- Yeah, I did reach affiliate.
What is
but
the requirements for affiliate on YouTube?
Ooh,
I don't
it
know.
is a lot bigger than Twitch.
is it?
It's a lot
Yes.
harder.
It's a
really?
lot.
I don't even think you have to get affiliate. I think you have to like get a lot of subs in order to. 'Cause I think their affiliate is when they join your community. That's when they.
Yeah, that's partner program. I
That's
think.
that's the partner program.
Yeah, which partner program is a lot harder because you need around 24,000.
24K subs.
You need 1K
Wow.
subs, 24,000 minutes.
Of streaming
1,000
or viewers?
Viewers. Sorry, no. 24,000 minutes of watch time, 1,000 viewers, over 1,000 viewers, and over 1,000
Unique?
subscribers. No, it can be the same viewers.
That
It's-
actually seemed a little easier than Twitch. 'Cause
it
Twitch is all
does.
averages.
It does until you notice the minutes. The minutes is the hardest thing ever because 24,000 minutes, we have barely reached 1,000, and that's out of over 15 episodes of the podcast.
No, give us some time.
To be fair though, we don't do this daily,
We don't, but our podcasts are large.
and usually
Saying
streams aren't
1,000
like
is kind of
all-
nutty.
Wait, what'd you say?
I feel like it seems a lot harder. That 1,000 seems kind of nutty, dude. So like, in actual factual, Yuki is the big deal, and I am the humble guest, apparently.
Chris,
Chris averages like
Teach me,
5
senpai.
views.
How do I
6 views.
teach me, senpai? How do I become a big deal like you? How do I do that? I'll take notes right now. I'll write it down.
He listened to me. He didn't do anything on himself.
Wow, damn.
that's
He's
great.
basically my manager.
He was on Twitch. He didn't like it. I was like, go to YouTube. 4 days later, Curtis on YouTube.
Took his spot.
All right, I'll have your people talk to my people. We'll hash it out. We'll work it out.
Chris, would you, because you know how, would you like want to ask Blade any questions on like streaming?
I personally don't know because like I'm at a point where I just stream whenever I feel like streaming.
I'll ask this question for Chris. How do you seek motivation?
How do I seek motivation?
to keep going?
Um. Hmm. Okay, so people usually say, okay, so there's a saying, right, that you know, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. I think they need to just shut the fuck up, right? Because quite frankly, dude, like even if you love something, dude, shit gets hard, and there are times where you're tested, and there are times where it fucking sucks, and you don't want to do it. And I've been there. There are times that I personally don't want to do it, and honestly, I think your mental health is really important, especially since with streaming, one of your main goals is to entertain, which it's really hard if you're like all in your feels, the feels bus. So I think honestly, taking breaks and taking time to step back is really important in terms of moving forward and regaining your invigoration. I would say honestly, and then like you have to believe in yourself too, right? You have to think like this is worth it, and like I like seeing myself from where I was to where I am now. I'm super grateful and super thankful, and like I'm proud of the journey thus far. So, and like for me, it's the onward and upward.
Even though I
Um,
quit streaming, you were
but
somebody that
honestly, like it's really it's not for everyone, dude. And honestly, like I'm amazed at some people. Like I remember, like there's some of my good friends that are streamers now, dude, and like some of them have been streaming for like years plus and have not been affiliated or are not affiliated. I actually helped one recently get affiliated. And like I don't know if I have that kind of perseverance, quite honestly, dude. I don't know if I would still be doing this if after a year I was not affiliated. Like big props to them. It's kind of crazy.
you
Honest
know
like
you
I think the
know
main issue that people have or is that it's the whole build it and they will come mentality. So
yes,
like
that's
people
exactly what I was gonna
don't
say.
actually have a plan. They just want to stream games and they think people will show up. Like it does not work like that. The
That's exactly something I wanted to say because that's
like the
how.
climate has changed, dude,
Oh,
from back in the day. Like you were not gonna blow up or be noticed just doing that. Like you need to have a fucking plan. You need to have a brain and execute. So I would say before getting into this, like actually think it out and theorize where you want to go and how you want to establish that. Because just streaming and hoping people are gonna show up is not gonna work. It's not.
Blade, you know something? Remember your point about how you said kids are gonna want to get on Mixer after they like watch Daddy Ninja?
Yeah.
Now, there's a contradiction to that. What you just said as well contradicts that point because they're gonna, you know how Ninja just pulls in the views, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna try to do the same, and they're gonna find out that they're gonna be disappointed when they don't get that same amount of audience. Your point makes like it. Your point is such a good point. Like, let's say you were arguing against another blade 027,
Uh huh.
and they said the ninja thing, and that point you just gave now, like it argues against that pretty well, and it's something that many streamers don't know because they think immediately once they do get on the streaming like site, they're about to get 1,000 viewers, 100, they're about to make a bankload of money, when clearly these people who are famous have been going at it for years.
Yeah, and they're pretty much at this point they're grandfathered in. That's another thing that I wanted to discuss, not necessarily here, but like to the people that I've seen that I've been trying to help, or like I want to help because I feel like there's enough room on Twitch for all of us to come up. Like I want all the peeps that I know. Like I'm a ride or die. I'm with you, dog. So like if you win, I win. Like that's I don't know. That's kind of like my mentality. Uh, but like when like sometimes I see like their setup and stuff, and I feel like the problem is that they're so influenced by the top premier streamers, for example, like XQC or like Trainwreck or whatever, who are great streamers, great personalities. They're funny as fucking stuff. But I feel the point that they're missing as new streamers is that they're already established, they're grandfathered in. So at this point, they can probably literally do whatever the fuck they want, and they will have their followers. Like you're not in that same category, not in that same boat. Like you have to up your game. because like I see like sometimes the most basic of layouts and stuff, and like I'm like, why are you not? Then people are like upset, like, why don't I have people watching? Why don't I have followers? Like, what have you done to improve your stream? What have you done to improve like your presentation? Because like
Big fucking.
you see all these other guys, like I said, the XQCs or whatever, and they have pretty much basic shit. But yeah, they're established already, and they came from a professional, competitive background. Like you're not them. Like you have to try, like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There is one question. It's a little bit off topic, but it's something that I want to ask everybody because it's kind of an issue, and it's something that could turn into another big issue. You know how there's good examples of this. Mr. Beast and his Team of Trees organization.
Yeah.
Now that is a good example of people crowdfunding someone who could have done it on his own if you really think about it. But I'm going to take the perspective of a different person. Let's say, what are your thoughts on a celebrity who has millions upon millions of dollars making an organization, or let's say a Patreon, asking for money? And let's say that the reason is not that well. Let's say it sounds like they just want money, but to them, they're trying to make it sound like you're going to get benefits from it.
You mean like a cash grab?
Yeah, like a cash grab.
So starting at Eclipse.
As much as I would want to hate on them or that, like you can't knock the player, right? You gotta hate like the game, because like if you disagree with it, or like if people were not, it wouldn't be a thing if the audience was not there to consume it, right? They're just jumping in on that market. As much as I'm not a fan of it, and I personally wouldn't do that myself. Well, I mean, I could have a Patreon, but I don't think I have any worthy content at this point to have a Patreon. Unless, we'd go into the nudes and lewds. We'll put that in the notebook.
Bro, Blade's OnlyFans would be fucking lit.
No, we're not having
But
we're not having it. But yeah, like I can't really hate on them as much as like I'm personally not a fan of it. If the market is there and people are buying it, like, I mean, props to them, I guess. It's the audience that has to decide and say no, dude. People need to grow a backbone, I think. I don't know.
yeah, that was it's because around, I think, maybe 2017 or in early 2018, a bunch of people, Patreon was becoming big, due to the adpocalypse.
Yeah.
And some of them still have Patreon now, where they're making millions and millions, and some of them still have the Patreon. Let's say it's a group channel. I could see why they would have a Patreon, but there's moments where I just like get so iffy on why they have it.
I mean, honestly, sometimes I could see, like, I could understand, I could accept it if like there's exclusive content, or they like actually try.
Yeah.
If, like they actually put put thought and presentation into it. But like if it's like, okay, for like in the example of an IG celebrity, right? If they're basically refeeding their content from Instagram onto their Patreon, like I call bullshit. That's garbage. But if there's like exclusive content and like cosplays or whatever that they're actually putting thought and money and effort into, then power to them. Because it's at the end, once again, at the end of the day, it's still work. Like you may not appreciate it as work, and you may not understand it as work, but there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Pretty much. Like an example is streaming, dude. People think like you just turn on the game, or you turn on your game and your stream and you just play games. Like that is not how it fucking works. This takes time, this takes effort, and most people will not really appreciate or understand that because they're on the outside looking in. It's crazy too, right? Because like when your presentation or overlay is great, you would get no recognition, or people won't, like, it will go unnoticed. But when something is wrong, or something is missing or lacking or is bad, that's when people like that's when like you get the flame, you know, the critiques and stuff. So like it's a hard it takes work. It's a hard life. It's not as easy as just streaming. Just stream the game forehead. Like no, not how it works. There's a lot that happens and goes on.
I like the advice you giving. It should be advice that should be taken seriously for people who, because there's genuine people who just quit their job immediately once they like get a little boost from Twitch, because that boost will not last. It's something I would always tell my friends.
Yeah, I should probably take that advice too, huh? Because I did actually quit my job and stuff.
But it looks like you're doing successful.
I mean, I have seen success, and I am gaining. I have success, and I have seen growth, and I have seen revenue, but currently it is not sustainable. If I'm being honest, it's not sustainable. I can't sustain myself off of like my Twitch alone. I'm currently bleeding money, essentially.
At least,
but I consider it a future investment, and yeah, it's cool. You know, if I'm homeless, just feel free to say hi and, you know, lend me some like $5. It's cool. You know, a place to stay, a place to rest my head. We're good. I'll stream out of like my garbage can, no problem. We got this.
Got some blade streams in the garbage can. You just start looking at everything inside the garbage.
Easy
Views. Easy TOS breaking. Actually, would that be TOS? No, that wouldn't be.
I have no idea. I wouldn't know. I don't know.
I have one question for you. What is your opinion?
Another one, okay.
Yes, of course. I did what the dumb, idiot, shitty host Marcus did in the last interview. And I made sure to be prepared for this one.
Good job.
Yes. I regret
making my life easier. I appreciate that. I'm not gonna lie, I was actually a bit nervous. To have.
Dude, you told me that. I'm like, how the fuck?
I did tell you that.
Nervous, and I'm like, what?
Cause I don't know. For me, at this point, streaming like comes naturally. You know, like on top of that, I'm pretty much monologuing. You know, essentially, kind of like half the time, I'm just talking random shit that just pops into my head with no coherent thought process. No logic, just whatever, you know, just monologues all day, right? And then, you know, the chat interaction when it happens or whatever.
I think that
most like people... the podcast, especially when Mr. Daily Dose, the iDot, puts out his fucking professional, sultry podcast voice. You know, I'm a little nervous. I am. What if I become a Pepego on the stream? What if I say on the podcast? What if I say something dumb? Something against TOS. I don't know. I'm scared. A little scared. A little nervous. We're good, though. We're good.
This podcast has gone through so many breaking moments where I'm still have fear for whenever we become a partner. They're going to check out the old episodes. And they're going to find... I'm still debating if I should... I need to ask you two real quick. Should I delete that episode where Angel said the word?
What word or what episode is
that was episode 9.
Yes.
Where he's...
I don't even know the context, but I'm saying yes. Sounds like
it starts at the end. Ends with the heart.
Yes. Yes.
He said it's an Easter egg, and I laughed.
I don't even understand why you're even discussing it right now. It should already have been deleted. It should not exist. We should just delete this part of this entire podcast as well, so that there's no evidence of it.
Because you gave me a revelation. You opened my eyes just now. I'm like, oh, fuck.
GG. I mean, gone too soon? Damn, this feels bad.
I've already left my body. My soul has just disappeared.
I'll be a part of the eulogy. Like, you know what? He was a nice This was a nice podcast. They did their thing. Gone too soon.
Oh, my God. But anyways,
yeah, but the question. What was the question?
Yes. What is your opinion of cancel culture? And do you think you will be able... And this is the second question. Do you think that you will ever be canceled over some dumb shit?
Of what? Cancel culture?
Yes.
Could you define... Like, what is that?
Oh.
I feel like I'm out of the loop.
Do y'all want to explain to him, or should I do it?
I was not paying attention.
I asked him.
I don't
what
know what it
cancel
even
culture.
means.
Oh, okay. So, Chris, you know what cancel culture is, right?
You mean basically like mob
No.
mentality where they just
Yes,
like
kind
we're
of like
not
that.
fucking with this person, we're
Basically,
done
mob
with
mentality.
them.
It's a mob mentality thing, but it
Uh-huh.
also can branch off into where people specifically nitpick something little, something out of context, or something that's like 10 years ago,
Oh,
long time, and they will do.
oh,
This
those
person is
people,
canceled. Yes,
those
those people.
people.
Yes.
Oh, honestly, I think like I mean, if you're gonna have any sort of longevity in a career like this, it's gonna happen at some point. Personally, I think that if it hasn't happened already for me, it'll happen in the future.
Do you
And I
think
think
you'll
you just
be
gotta
prepared for it?
roll with the punches. To be honest, I roll like to
You just
me.
roll with it.
I have a huge problem and a huge disconnect with that whole mentality, dude. Because like people are like they're judging other people based on today's current standards and norms, which didn't
Mhm.
apply at the time that the content happened. Like back then, these words and these things were acceptable.
No, they're
And
not.
like you're chastising someone for behavior that was acceptable at that point in time,
Yeah.
which they don't even exhibit or use now. Like, like I feel that it's really asinine and stupid, and I definitely don't agree with it.
Well, yeah, it can ruin a lot of careers, and it's
It
scary.
can, dude, and especially now too, where it's like judge, jury, and executioner, and like you're guilty before proven innocent. You know, like
Hmm.
people have pretty much had social suicide from like one statement or one thing taken from out of context or way back when, right? And even before even before like the accusations have been validated or not, like their career is pretty much over, which is it's bullshit. It sucks. It's garbage. I hate it. Like an example would be what was it? Was it the voice actor for Broly?
Yes,
Oh yeah.
And
that we
then
talked
like
about that. We talked
yeah,
about that.
we discussed that on Twitch already. I don't
We no,
To
I
me, if you
also
want an example of a good PR standpoint and a good way to carry yourself and how people should carry these sort of situations, you should research the infiltration and Panda Global Gaming. So what had happened was just a quick
Oh,
synopsis.
yeah, I think I know. I
I
think I
mentioned
know.
that on the Twitch stream too, but infiltration. He was accused of domestic violence against his wife,
Hmm.
and people already brought out their pitchforks and shit and like, yo, end infiltration. We're not fucking with him anymore. And Panda Gaming, as their sponsor and as the corporation, they came out and said, look, until we have validated the facts of the case and we've fully investigated, infiltration will still be a member of our roster, but he will not compete in any competitive sport, any of the esports tournaments, whatever. And now, yes, that is a hit to his career, and yes, obviously that's a hit to his income. But they didn't outright, chastise and cast him out.
Yes, yes.
And then on top of that, they let all the facts be available to the public, and it was proved that he was innocent and he was exonerated. So like he's recovered from that. I think that as a perfect and best example of how to handle that and how society should handle these. It's innocent until proven guilty, guys. Come on, like,
I think
come on.
another example where is it wasn't innocent until proven guilty. He just made a good point, and this person, even though they lost their opportunity, a dream they had, they're still successful. Y'all know who Kevin Hart is, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was canceled out of his host for was it the Grammys?
yeah, I remember that. I
Yes,
think
he
I'm
was
not sure what
canceled
it
for
was, but I
that.
remember because he had the
He made a
adultery
tweet.
thing, right?
He made a tweet over
Oh, it
10
was a
years
tweet,
ago,
okay.
2009, or was it 2008 or 2009? He made a tweet where he talked about something that was against gays, or like if my son was gay, etc., etc. He was canceled. He didn't get his
That shit
position.
is so crazy too, dude. Like how fuck like what is your life that like you spend your time to go back 10 years in a man's career or in someone's fucking career to like end them like that?
They
Like,
did it with Shane Dawson. They did it with James Gunn, the
like, do you not
director.
have anything better to do with your life? Like, come on, dog. Like, Jesus. Like, well,
Scary.
let's just crucify this man for his past sins. Not like people can evolve and become better versions of themselves. Not like people can make mistakes and shit. Like, it's ridiculous, dude. I could understand if,
They
you know,
actually just,
since
like,
then he still exhibits the same behavior or is, you know, the same person and, you know, still does the same shit. But, like, you know, they're not, you know, well, not all of them, but, you know, like people grow and people can be better. Why are you gonna like criticize and fucking hang this person for something that they did in the past that they regret? You know, it's ridiculous.
Well, it's been an hour. And that's all
Really?
the questions. Yeah, yes, and that's all the questions I
What
got.
the?
Do
That
you
went by
have
way
any other
faster than
questions?
I thought. Oh my god, this is easy. I'm a natural pog. Yes. Okay, so like, when am I gonna get? When am I gonna get the plug to be part of the podcast? So like, you're wait, are we daily still? Did we change? We changed it. Every other day,
Oh,
Lidos
wait, no.
with Blade. All right, just we'll work it out. Once again, your people call my people. We'll hash it
We'll
out.
definitely have you as a guest again. You have been one of the most entertaining ones we've had so far.
I appreciate it. I'm glad you
it was
guys
you
liked it.
and Tori and Xavier that have been giving us this boost, and I'm so happy that we interviewed all three of y'all.
I appreciate it, dude. And thank you once again for having me, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
Here.
surprised. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. And you guys are great. Good stuff.
Thank
On
you.
to bigger and better things. I hope you blow up. And when you blow up, don't forget your little boy Blade. Okay, just saying. Don't forget your buddy Blade. All right, we come up together.
Of course.
Season thing.
Well, this has been the season finale of the Your Daily Podcast. Season 1 will be ending off, and we'll be coming back on either Monday or Tuesday of next week. And then we'll be having our Thanksgiving special for season 2 next week. We hope you
All of
guys-
season 1 will be found in a playlist down in the description below. Make sure you follow each and every single person on all social links down below in the description. Thank you guys for watching all of season 1. It's been a pleasure.
Hey guys. Hey.
And please check out Blade on Twitch.
Oh!
Give him a follow. Give him a sub.
Fuck.
Give him your
There we
bits.
go. There
I mean that was part of what I was saying.
Oh,
Plug
really?
all of our
I didn't know
social.
that I was included in that. I'm my bad. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, I'll leave now.
But no, really, thank you, Blade, for coming on. Thank you guys for
problem.
watching this episode, and thank you, Chris, for the outro. Shit,
You're welcome.
that was super good. And we'll see y'all later.